My name is Leeds Butcher, and along with my trusted friend Wyatt here, we would like to take you on an adventure of awareness and discovery. I know what you're thinking. I thought I was going to watch an ocean conservation movie, not a horse movie. Well, you are, and this is just the first part of it. As I said, this is my trusted friend Wyatt. Wyatt relies on me, and I rely on him. He relies on me for food, healthcare, love, and affection. I rely on him to take great people like you out on horse-drawn sleigh rides and show them the magnificence of the Rocky Mountains. We both rely on tourism. Wyatt also relies on the ocean. Say what? The ocean? Wyatt's 2,000 miles from the ocean. Why does he care about it? Well, we all rely on the ocean. You, me, Wyatt, and all the species that roam on the land. The balance of the ocean starts with apex predators, sharks. These fish are vital to healthy reef populations by consuming the middle food chain predators that would be allowed to grow to tremendous populations, thus spinning the ocean's ecosystem out of control. I am telling you all this because sharks are now a very endangered species. Humanity has hunted them to the brink of extinction. We have decreased their population almost 80% in the last 100 years for our own thirst with no regard for our future. If this continues, they will be gone before the end of the 21st century. To quote Captain Spock from Star Trek, to hunt a species to the brink of extinction is not logical. I couldn't agree more. Please enjoy the short film on how you can help and what can be done about it.
There is a daily slaughter of marine life happening in the oceans around the world, and it must be stopped. The following content contains graphic and disturbing images. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Sharks have long been viewed by man as his enemy. It is a primal instinct for humans to fear sharks. Whenever anyone falls overboard, a boat sinks, or people are adrift at sea, it is always reported to be in shark-infested waters, and implies that hundreds of hungry sharks are waiting to tear humans to pieces. With images like these, and all of the negative media over the decades, it is not easy to convince non-divers and the rest of the public that healthy shark populations are vital to the overall health of our oceans. It is man who is the ruthless killer. Although the numbers reported vary, between 70 and 100 million sharks are killed worldwide every year. Think about that for a moment. 100 million sharks in 1 year alone. Many only for their fins that are used in shark fin soup, a delicacy in Asia. Once considered a dish for the elite, today, millions consume shark fin soup across Asia. Here, thousands of shark fins are being dried on rooftops. The shark population has declined by as much as 90% worldwide due to shark finning and overfishing. The Asians call it their culture, but if this keeps up, the sharks will disappear. There is hope. Ecotourism. It's all about the money. Sharks need economic value with their fins on. And shark feeds are one of the few ways to do this, because it gives value to live sharks, and that value can be turned into real dollars. Another added benefit is that these shark feeds create thousands of ambassadors for sharks. And these ambassadors have helped push through protection for endangered species that may have otherwise failed. As to the value of sharks for dive tourism, the International Journal of Conservation claims that shark ecotourism currently generates more than $314 million per year worldwide. In the Caribbean, shark tourism generates almost $124 million in tourism dollars annually, supporting more than 5,000 jobs. In the Cayman Islands, stingray feeds are responsible for almost half of the diving dollars spent. Each stingray is worth an order of $100,000 per year, and over their long lifetime, it is worth several million dollars to the Cayman economy. The people of the world need to be convinced that marine life is worth more alive when valued for ecotourism than when fished and killed. Another spectacular ecotourism dive is located off the beautiful shores of Kona, Hawaii. Tonight, our manta ray encounter will be led by Keller Laros of the Manta Pacific Foundation.
We've got 32 feet of water for the manta rays to swim. Baby manta rays are about 6 feet across. Adult females are about 12 feet across, about 1,000 pounds. They need a lot of room to maneuver. So divers, please sit or kneel on the bottom, snorkel or stay on the surface. If you're a diver and you come up in the middle of the water column, you can have a manta ray swim right into you.
Manta rays are large, beautiful sea creatures that live in warm, temperate waters. Manta rays are one of the largest animals in the ocean, and yet they feed on the smallest of all animals. Manta rays, like basking sharks, push through the water with mouths wide open to capture the tiny animals suspended in the water. Microscopic shrimp-like organisms make up the favorite food of the manta rays. These tiny free-swimming animals are attracted to light. The amount of organisms in the water varies nightly. Some nights, there is very little food for the manta rays, and other nights, the plankton is so thick you can feel it on your skin. To survive on such a diet, manta rays eat great quantities of plankton. The wide mouth of the manta ray is located across the front edge of its head to facilitate filter feeding. The cephalic fins are located on each side of the mouth and aid in funneling water into the opening. When a manta ray opens its mouth wide, you can easily look inside. This type of feeding is called ramjet filter feeding. Some species of manta rays have wingspans reaching over 20 feet across. Currently, thousands of manta rays are being slaughtered by fishermen across the world's oceans. Indonesian fishermen only grossed about $150 for each manta, which can weigh upwards of 1 ton. The dried gill plates are sent to Asia, where they are used in traditional medicines. This slaughter of manta rays continues around the world. Our next and final ecotourism destination will be Playa del Carmen, Quintana Roo, Mexico. Every year, from November through March, numerous bull sharks migrate through the warm and clear Mexican waters. A bull shark population was discovered years ago near Playa del Carmen on the Mexican Caribbean coast. In 2007, Phantom Divers began offering ecotourism shark encounters to divers.
My name is Carlos Estrabo, they call me Charlie, and I work here in Phantom Divers, Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And we basically try to educate people about, this shark is not very dangerous, and you can go and dive and experience this amazing dive without, having that Hollywood idea that they're gonna just go and eat you. So we can make some conscience and others people's mind, and then to let everybody else know that it's a very important fish. It's very important that we do something about it, so we can start protecting the species. Interacting with them, it gives you this heart-warming feeling. Every time I go there and I come out, it's like, oh, excited. But then again, I just want to go back again and again.
We're getting ready for the shark dive. There's a lot of anticipation. I've just got a good briefing from our shark feeder, Charlie. We learned a lot from him. And this is the canister holding the fish, the frozen bonita, that we're going to be using to lure the sharks in and get a good close-up look at them. And this is going to be exciting stuff. I can't wait. Scuba diving with bull sharks in Playa del Carmen is very popular and is not an inexpensive activity. One single bull shark dive can cost as much as $170, and one live shark can yield $220,000 per season to the dive operation. Add in the additional hotel, transportation, and food cost, and you get a profitable industry that helps hundreds of local families. If these sharks were to disappear, many pocketbooks would feel the financial impact. Bull sharks are not a protected species, so it is not legally protected. Mexico is one of the largest shark producers worldwide and has overexploited several species of sharks in its waters. While shark finning is illegal in Mexico, it doesn't deter poor fishermen. These fishermen often receive $125 per pound for shark fins from the Asian markets. Its meat in Mexico sells for as little as $1.50 per pound and can feed a family relatively inexpensively. And this makes the fight against shark fishing that much more difficult to defend. There is good news, despite the fact that up to 100 million sharks are being killed annually. Today, more countries are now taking action against their slaughter and creating large marine reserves for sharks surrounding their territories. Honduras declared itself a shark sanctuary in 2011, and if Mexico follows suit, we will be one step closer to turning the entire Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, the second largest in the world, into a shark sanctuary. And that would be a very big step in reducing the number of sharks killed. Phantom Divers created a non-profit organization called Saving Our Sharks for the purpose of gaining scientific knowledge of bull sharks. Their goal is to scientifically prove to the Mexican government and the local fishing community that sharks have much more economic value for the area alive rather than dead, and to create a shark sanctuary in the state of Quintana Roo. Information such as size, the behavioral differences between male and female sharks, migration patterns, lifespans, mortality rates, reproductive cycles,
and we started our organization, SOS, Saving Our Sharks. And our main project was to study the sharks, so we can show the authorities that they're important, and then start to protect them. What we want to do on the project is put some satellite tags, radio tags, and identification tags, so we know more information about them. But the main objective of this project is, at the end, is that we can protect the species.
It wasn't long before local fishermen also learned of the bull shark population and the activities of phantom divers.
The first week that we heard that they got fished, I felt like it was me that was with the biggest fault, because I was feeding them every day at that place, so I conditioned the shark to be there. So just anybody with that idea will be just piece of cake, like taking a candy out of a child, because they're there. Anybody with a hook will do it. So I felt big fault on that. I mean, I thought, man, I put them there vulnerable for anybody to just kill them. And then through the time I said, Charlie, well, it's not your whole fault. I mean, don't take it that hard on you. But yes, still deep inside, I feel it's my fault. So, but yeah, it's like a needle through the heart, but then I just recovered from that. And now I'm just thinking that, Charlie, you have to keep pushing yourself till the end.
To do what?
To protect them. I mean, I won't stop until the sharks and the species is protected on this area, and till the day I die.
My name's Alex Antonio. I'm the founder and director of Fins Attached. We're a non-profit conservation research group based out of Colorado in the US. Been studying sharks for 17 years now. My passion, which has been fueled with what's been going on in our world's oceans, has just gone stronger and stronger over the years. And now our focus is basically to make sure that the sharks are conserved in our world's oceans, because the apex predators, whether it's the ocean or the land, play such a critical role to the balance of our whole ecosystem. And our land environment actually is reliant on our ocean environment. So if we don't protect our oceans, we're not protecting our world. And it all starts at the top with the apex predators. So sharks are a key component. So we're doing research expeditions, promoting conservation around the world, convincing governments to enact protection laws. So we lead research expeditions where we allow the pay-in diver to actually come with us and participate in our research, where they have hands-on involvement in the research project. So whether it's tagging, collecting tissue samples, photo ID, measuring, weighing, you name it, we have our guests that come with us to actually be involved in the research. We don't just have them be passive observers. We want to make sure that they're actually involved, because that's part of the overall education too. If we can educate those individuals, when they go back home, they can educate their family and friends and spread the word about what's going on, and hopefully start to make a difference. Because everyone's contribution, when you add it all together, can make a huge, huge difference and help save our oceans. Right now we have research bases, about 4 locations in Mexico, as well as Costa Rica, Cocos Island, mainland Costa Rica on the Pacific side. All of our work is on the Pacific side right now, except for one, Playa del Carmen on the Caribbean side. That's where the bull sharks are, and where the bull shark population has been affected by the fishermen there. So we have a satellite tagging project going on there right now. We have Guadalupe for the great whites, Socorro for 7 different species of shark, including tiger sharks, whale sharks, Galapagos silvertips, Cocos Island for the schools of hammerheads, as well as tiger sharks and Galapagos sharks. So these are some of our locations where we have ongoing research projects right now. So you, the divers, can come with us and help us.